Marnie's here, let's start your day. Fabulously flawed, we're lighting the way. Monday to Friday, new episodes with laughter and love. Let's start the show. We're shaking things up. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Motivation, inspiration, and fun. Fabulously flawed, everyone. So shine a little brighter. Grab your smile and sing along. The show's about to start with Marnie, your host. You can't go wrong.
Fabulously flawed friends, fabulous listeners, fabulous everybody. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed. I am your host, Marni, and it's Thursday. Almost there, guys. Almost at the end of the week. Almost there. And on Thursdays, I love to do Think About This Thursday. And today's episode is Throw Those Problems Away. And I know that probably 90% of these problems will go away if we just throw them out. So it's Throw Those Problems Away Thursday. And thank you to my new listeners from Threads and TikTok. Seriously, people post, anyone have a podcast? And I never did. And now I'm like, here's mine. So thank you guys so much for listening. Okay, let's just go through a list of things that we need to throw away. And I promise some of that weight we're carrying will just melt away and vanish. So we have to stop and throw away the notion that we can control what we can't. We cannot control the weather. We cannot control what other people think about us. We cannot control time. There are things that are truly out of our control, but what we can control is how we respond to all these situations, the flight delays, the traffic delays, the weather, an email you're waiting for. If we sit there and focus on all these things that are out of our control, how are you going to enjoy your life here in this moment and the things that you can control? I said this a few episodes back. I can't control who listens to my episodes, but I can certainly control the kind of podcast I want to put out there. So throw that away. Okay, number 2, I'm just going to go through my list of things. Learn to stay calm, guys, when you're disrespected. You want to have your power back? When you respond, and not everybody is deserving of your energy whenever. That is the most precious commodity. You need to protect it like your paycheck. But when somebody's rude to you and be like, if somebody were to say to you, do you ever stop talking? Now, instead of saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just pause. Realize they're an asshole and just, okay, noted, and just leave. Do not engage, because you give people power. They want you to react. And when you don't react, it's like poking a bear and the bear doesn't do anything. You just walk away. So it's a wonderful power to use, because every argument, every discussion, every sentence thrown at you does not need a response. Let's see. Number 3. Here's one. We could care less about people who don't care back. Seriously, throw away trying to have these people in your life that don't want to be a part of your life. It's what do you mean you don't want to be my friend? What do you mean you don't want to go out with me? What do you mean you're breaking up with me? And then you spend all this time obsessing over it. Don't let anyone disrespect you twice or tell you twice they don't want to be around you. Start taking that energy on who does love you, who is in your life. And another one, focus on what you can do daily, not change instantly. Like I'm going to use just my podcast as an example. I'm not doing this to say, okay, I need to be a Joe Rogan, well, a good version of a Joe Rogan. You know what I'm talking about? Like Call Her Daddy. I need to be like Call Her Daddy overnight. No, but my daily episodes has been giving me the consistency, the confidence, the library I want. And for me, that is the most rewarding rather than trying to do something instantly. I mean, I'm just using my podcast as an example. Another one is building discipline Oh, yes, this is so important because to build discipline, even when your motivation dies, I know it could be boring sometimes, the monotonous of the same thing over and over, but what you're building is my podcast, the daily episodes that I have over 350 downloads or 350 episodes. I started at 1, 2, 3, and now some days I wasn't into it, but to look back and know that I never gave up and I kept going, it's pretty friggin' cool. And I don't know, it's pretty badass I feel it is. Also, forgive, not because people deserve it, guys, but because you deserve peace. If there are people I will never speak to again that I would walk around with this inner, I can't stand them, and walk around thinking about them. And it was just like, you know what? I forgive you. You're gone out of my mind. I'm not letting you waste space in my head and rent it for free. Unhappening. Goodbye, thought. And I threw it away. And it feels so much better. So much better. Okay, guys, this one, throw away the notion that you need to have every bougie thing that you see and you need to buy. Live below your means. Live below your means. You don't need the bougiest car. You don't need the most expensive outfit. You don't need to go shopping every time you go somewhere. You have to live below your means. I am going to be 56 years old, and if there's any advice, is save your money, guys. Save it, save it, save it. And your boundaries, they have to be also stronger than your empathy. I know you don't want to say no. You want to help the lady who asks you to do her food shopping because she's busy working. I don't know. And you always do it, but you aren't in the mood to do it today and you feel bad, but you know what? You got to take care of yourself. So when you are thinking of implementing a boundary, you have to have it stronger and know this is making me happier than making someone else upset. Trust me, it's literally a game changer, to be honest, because you're not being selfish, because what happens is now you're going to be mad at yourself for doing something you didn't want to do when you were tired and just wanted to stay home. So it's important. And also, you got to stop giving free access to people that drain your energy. Those energy suckers, every time you're with them, they drain you and they go on the defensive, and you're like, look, I brought 6 bagels. Well, you brought half a dozen. Like, look how the sky's so blue. Well, it's actually teal. Like, every time you're with them, it's like this combative argument, frustration kind of friendship. You don't need that. Throw that away. If there's a minute of your time that is wasted by any form of negativity, of anything that makes you aggravated, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. There are people in your life that bring you peace and solitude, and that's really all you need, because the minute you have to start defending yourself or them asking you questions or you're uncomfortable, why are you doing that? Because you've known somebody for a long time? No. And I also want to mention that when you have boundaries, it sounds rude when I say no is a complete sentence and you don't have to justify. Of course, it's human nature that somebody says, hey, would you mind helping me bring in my, what can I say? Why am I losing my thought? Hey, do you want to come to my charity event Saturday? You're not just going to say no. You're going to say, I'm so sorry, I have other plans, I'd love to make it. But if you were just to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't, we think that's rude, but it's not. You don't have to spend an hour explaining why you're not able to do such and such something. I mean, I know I used to do that when I would say, no, I can't do this because I wasn't feeling great. And then my sister's cousin's aunt came here and then we had to go do this. And then my tire broke. I mean, we go on, and it's so not necessary. I think it's our fear of upsetting people, and then you think there's going to be confrontation. But when you speak your truth to the right people, there is no confrontation, there is no aggravation. So it's imperative to throw away the way you think things should be, that's out of your control, the people you think you have to be around. You don't have to do anything. Do things because you want to. Do things because you want to, not because you have to. Because when you do things that you have to, that's where your resentment comes in. And you don't want to live with inner resentment, because then your body gets filled with toxicity and negativity. And we don't want that. We don't want darkness. We want light. We need the light. We need to be the light. So remember that you are the magic in this world. Be the reason somebody smiles today. You have no idea the ripple domino effect it has. You smile at someone, they're like, hey, you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, and then the next person they see, they're like, hey, and it's just the same way negative can go. You're rude to someone, they're going to be rude to someone right back. So if you are going to do anything in this world, be kind. It costs $0 to be kind. And on that note, guys, don't forget to check me out on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok, Marni Inspires, and Shop Fabulously Flawed on YouTube. Remember to never let anyone burst your bubble, and you can't be mad if you scream the word bubble, and never, never, ever, ever, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. Have a great day, and tomorrow is TGIF, guys. You did it.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Fabulously Flawed. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Once again, we're so glad you're here, and we hope you'll come back Monday through Friday for another serving of empowerment, motivation, and inspiration. We'll catch you next time on Fabulously Flawed.